Ladies and gentlemen, you are privileged to witness my final survey discussion for Classic Plus. Again, before I start this, I think my vision of Classic Plus won't come into fruition. I think we're going to get another just sod-like fresh servers version of the game. It's going to be just another fresh vanilla WoW with like maybe a couple of changes. I'm really not sure that Blizzard will put as much effort as I think they should into this game, just because it's not maybe as profitable and it's not worth all the time and effort they need to put in the game to make it like the way I would like it to be. But I'm still gonna do the survey the way I wanted to do, and let's go. Here we go. Number one is classes and talents survey. How would you rate the class balance in vanilla WoW? The class balance in vanilla WoW could quite literally be the worst class balance ever in history of World of Warcraft in any ever expansion ever made. Unironically, I think it is by far the worst one. Now, in comparison to others, right? It's the worst one, right? In comparison to others. But I guess if you don't look at other expansions, right? If you don't like compare it to others, it could be worse, I guess. So let's say 2, I guess. Even 3, I guess. It's bad, but like it could be worse. Do you think any balancing needs to happen in Classic Plus? If so, how should they be balanced? No balancing needed. Of course it needs. True balance, everything is close in DPS. Some classes can be better in a single target and cleave than the others, but mostly similar. Classes can have different damage profiles, but they all need important utilities, so you bring them. This one basically reminds me of TBC, right? Every single spec in the game, obviously class, but even spec in the game has a buff or a debuff, right? Which honestly I don't like, because by the time you get all the buffs and debuffs you need for a raid, you're already like 24, and then you have like one spot open for like somebody who just wants to come and have fun. So like it's a little bit annoying to also, first of all, form the group, and second of all, you know, feel yes, exactly right. So I don't know, I don't like this. Some classes have better single target, some have better cleave, or true balance where everything is close in DPS. Retail has like mix of both. In Classic WoW, honestly, probably this or that. Like both are fine, I guess. So don't do this, don't do that. Probably everything close in DPS, right? I guess true balance, yeah, true balance, right? It's kind of fair though. Which of the following talent trees, in your opinion, needs major revamping? Of course, I haven't played like every single spec, right, in the game, so I don't really know. But judging from the ones I played, right? Like judging from like this, for example, that I'm playing right now, everything needs to change. Major changes. Because if you look at the talent trees in Classic WoW, they're really deceiving. Super deceiving. Some people would say, you know, you got catfished. You know, when you sometimes swipe right on a girl on Tinder, and then next thing you know, she's fat and ugly without her makeup. That's like Classic WoW, bro. Like on the first sight, you look at this talent tree. Wow, so many options to choose from. What am I gonna choose, guys? Right? And then you look at this, bro. Look at this. Rent, improved rent. It does know that like you never press rent. You literally never press rent. So why would you take rent? Okay, there we go. Unlucky, you don't take that. So you're forced to go into the other two. Thunderclap. You never press Thunderclap. Unlucky, bro. You're not gonna take it. Charge. You can get improved charge, I guess, but that's about it. Here you take all. Here you take all. Here you take this, of course, and then if you have mace, you take mace. If you have axe, you take a polyaxe, right? If you have sword, you take sword. So again, no choice. And then here you take all other than this, because this is just really horrible. So like there's not much choice, even though it looks like there's a lot. So I am going to click on all. I think Classic WoW talent tree is literally the worst ever. I think the best one is Mop, VOD, and Legion, right? Where you have like to choose from 3, whatever. And I think retail version of it right now is the second place. And then, yeah, old Classic WoW is the third place. Should the new roles for some classes be added to Classic Plus? Okay, why not? Yes, I would say so. Tank Shaman, Healer Mage, what the f? Melee Hunter, Tank Warlock, Tank Paladin, and Tank Rogue. Okay, I guess I don't want to see this or this. Sorry, or this. Sure, Tank Shaman, unironically, sure. I mean, obviously, Tank Paladin and Melee Hunter. There you go, I'll do this. Melee Hunter is cool, I guess. You can make survival APV spec. Should classes receive a new or adjusted abilities to make the rotation more interesting as they did or try to in Season Discovery or future expansions? Yes. I mean, come on, bro. What like, and this is exactly what I'm saying, bro. Some people will unironically click on no. Bro, of course, man. You can't go into Classic Plus. Like, literally, this is the new game, guys, we're making, but everything is same, bro. please, man, right? Like don't do this, bro. Yes, of course, new abilities, or at least adjusted abilities, as they said, right? Doesn't have to be new, bro. If new abilities get added to classes, how should they be learned? Bro, can they stop with the SOD garbage? Like this, no, not SOD. I don't know if trainer, end quest. You look at the trainer, yeah. Trainer is cool. Or unironically, like on retail, you should get it without going to trainer. But sure, trainer, yeah, like what's up? How would you feel if the talents tree in Classic Plus were bigger, meaning they were further down and required more points investment? I don't know about bigger, I just like they should like replace useless garbage, right? Like first of all, for example, for a warrior, they should remove the weapon talents like completely. They should make the weapon, like the weapon talent should be a passive thing. Like that should be if you have a sword, you have a sword spec. You have a mace, you have a mace spec. You have an axe, you have axe spec, right? It shouldn't be a 15 talent points or like, right? Even more in Classic, actually 20 because of polearm, right? You have 20 talent points on like literally something you don't really have a choice. Like you just take whatever you have, right? So I don't think it should be bigger. Yeah, I mean, I would change them, but like, no, don't change. Not sure, depends. Yeah, like don't change. Just like change, like, you know, the way they are. Don't make them bigger, but I guess, yeah, depends how they implement it. I guess so, bro. How would you feel if each talent tree had a capstone talent choice, meaning the bottom of the tree had two distinct talents of which you could pick from? Oh, like two? Okay. No, don't change talent trees. Not sure. Depends how they implement it. Yes. Yeah, like really depends like what it is. Should every class get a movement speed talent or a bit? No. Not every class should have everything like on retail. Everybody has stun, heal, immunity, kick, dispel, movement speed. Like everybody has everything. No, don't do that. That's too much. Should mass resurrection be a spell? Ooh, there's something about resurrecting dudes one by one, but at certain point it becomes retarded. Like, you know, it becomes like too much. So I think yes, especially if they make the raids harder, right? Which I want. Like I want raids to be slightly harder. Wait, what's this? What the f is this? Two dudes are fishing next to each other. Really, guys? Is this world PvP you like? Alliance and Horde are fishing next to each other. Really, bro? What is this? World of Friendscraft. Friendship, guys? Is this what Classic WoW is? Bunch of friends fishing together, bro? Really? You can't be sitting there in contested zone and fishing as a horde character next to alliance one and vice versa. If you want to do that, bro, go retail. Come on, bro. Should the damage over time / healing over time spells be able to crit? Ooh. No, dots and hots shouldn't crit. Yes, change it a lot to crit. Only if they make it a new talent that can spec into it. Yes. But then everybody's just gonna automatically spec into it, right? Which is kind of boring. Like, again, the whole point of talents, or in my head, what talent should be.
Pilav is Season of Discovery still worth playing in any way, in your
never played
opinion?
SWOT. I never played SWOT, bro. I have no idea anything about SWOT. I never logged in. So, right, like, talent should be a choice. Like, you know, there should be, like, some sort of a choice. But if you add talent like this, everybody's just gonna automatically take it, right? It's too good. So, should dots be able to crit? I think yes. Should each class in Classic Plus have one spec tailored specifically for PvP? I disagree, no. I don't think every single class should have a specifically PvP spec, no. I think all specs should be PvE and PvP viable. I don't think they should, like, specifically tailor PvP specs, right? Like, Suppletly Rogue, right? Suppletly Rogue is really good for PvP, and it's horrible for PvE. It's a PvP spec, right? Suppletly. But I don't think that's a good design, though. No, it's not important for full class representation by PvP to me. Yes, exactly. So I think it's fine to, like, yes. We are now going to ask you a question about your experiences with each class, and depending on your answer, we'll present you with the questions about the class. Okay, I'll choose warrior, I guess. We want to emphasize the goal is to balance amongst the classes. Okay, so balance. Okay. What class would you consider your main? Of course, it's a warrior. All right, let's go. How would you rate Vanilla WoW Protection Warrior kit in terms of solo content? Protection Warrior in Vanilla WoW is probably the most boring thing you can physically play. Nobody does it other than Kungen because he's a bit autistic, right? So he does it for like 20 years now. Everybody plays Fury Prot. Everybody plays, you know, a dual wield Prot, right? And nobody actually goes full Prot with a shield and has fun. Nobody. It's horrible. So I think for solo content, it's horrible. In a dungeon, same again. There is like nothing you do. Raid content, I would say like a little bit better, right? but it's still really boring. But sure, let's say like 3, I guess. In like raid, it's fine though. And PvP, come on, bro. PvP, Prot Warrior, there's not much to talk about, right? There you go. That's my answer. 1-1-3-1. Prot Warrior is really bad in Vanilla. Really bad. How would you rate Arms Warrior in terms of solo content? Arms Warrior is good. Let's say solo content, I'm gonna assume like leveling, right? Good. Don't forget in Vanilla WoW you have Sweeping Strikes as arms, right? Not Deathwish. So Sweeping Strikes, super fun, right? I would say, wow, I would say it's really good. Probably like here, unironically. Sweeping Strikes, Overpower, bro, here, actually. You know, you get dodge, overpower, yeah, whirlwind. Okay, let's go here, just because, you know, sometimes you have no rage to press all the abilities, right? But like just the toolkit, yeah, it's really good. I would say like a 9. 5-man dungeon as well, right? 5-man dungeon, I think I like arms a lot. You can even tank his arms, I guess. I would say like it's pretty good. Assuming you don't tank with it, right? I would say like 7. And then for raid content, Arms Warrior is of course horrendous. Like it's really bad. It's just really bad, I guess so, compared to Fury. Right? Like let's not rate performance. Let's just rate, you know, let's just rate a kit, right? Like just the abilities you press. I don't know, bro. Like it's like 5. There you go. Like a gradual reduction. And then PvP, I mean, it's just 10, bro, right? I think PvP it's really good. Arms Warrior. It has like, you know, cool whatever weapon things, right? So PvP kit, maybe it's not 10, maybe like let's do 9 as well, right? This is in comparison to like other classes in Classic WoW. Actually, probably less than, right? Like a rogue should be 10, you know, and a mage should be 9, 8. I need maybe like 8, I guess. How would you rate Fury Warrior kit? Okay, solo content really good. No sweeping strikes, but you do have Death Wish, which is also pretty cool. Talents itself are like fine as well, right? Like it's more damage than arms. I would say like just because no sweeping strikes, like maybe like 1 less, like 8, but it's good though. Dungeons are better than Arms Warrior, so like 8 as well, right? You generate a little bit more rage, even when not getting hit. Raid content, again, it's like I'm judging kit, right? Like I'm judging kit, I'm not judging performance. I guess 8, right? Like I guess 8. It's good, like compared to other classes, you actually have buttons to press, right? Again, you know, like Hunter is 1 button, Mage is 1 button, Warlock is 1 button, everybody's 1 button but Warrior, right? It could be better, of course, but like, yeah, you're like... And then Fury in PvP, I mean, I don't know, bro. No overpower, right? Yeah, no healing reduction. Probably like kit itself is like 5, I guess. And arms is 8. There you go. Should warrior rage generation be normalized so it's less spiky and more predictable? Ooh. So kind of like retail, right? Retail is like that. Like this is the problem I have with the Classic Plus survey. There is a lot of things on retail are just factually better than Classic WoW. Even the rage generation, it's just better. It's better. But if I click on everything, yes, it kind of like becomes a retail WoW, right? So I would say don't change, but it's obviously better. Like it's just better to, like, you know, not be RNG and spiky and weird. If it's more predictable, it's better. But I guess then it's just gonna be retail, so I guess no. Should Warrior get Titan's Grip, enabling them to dual wield 200 weapons? No, don't do that. No, don't do that. No. Arms Warrior, 200 weapon, Fury Warrior, dual wield, 100 weapons. Don't do Titan's Grip because then you have like a lot of... Then everybody needs a big 200 sword. Should the player coined spec Fury Prot be the best version for... No. Like, guys, the reason why these random garbage specs exist is because the actual spec is shit. Prot should be tank spec, Fury Prot shouldn't exist. Yes, maybe you can have like these things exist, but not on Kel to Zod, bro, in next, right? It may be like a random quest or a dungeon, but not, you know, as an actual raid spec. It should be Prot, right? Make Prot great. Should abilities like Mortal Strike, Bloodthirst, and Shield Slam generate rage? I mean, bro, like, okay, so Warrior doesn't have any rage generating abilities other than Charge, which is unusable in combat. So should Warrior I guess Blood Rage, right? Yeah, I guess Blood Rage, okay. But that's not really, you know, a rage generating, I guess, ability, right? It's a cooldown, right? Like the ability means, you know, Heroic Strike, Mortal Strike, Overpower, Execute, or Whirlwind. Like, should one of these generate rage? I think yes. I think it would be more fun to play, bro. I think the game would be just like more fun to play. If yes, Mortal Strike or Bloodthirst give you rage, right? You could honestly like it would add like a little small skill to it, right? Like the game would like take a little bit more skill. I think yes. I think they should give rage. In Classic Plus, should Heroic start queuing continue to guarantee your offhand weapon hit cap as it was in vanilla TBC? No. No. It's just stupid, bro. It's just stupid. This, I don't know if you know what this is. Every time your Heroic Strike is in queue, right? Queued up. Your offhand cannot miss, and you know there is a way to like min-max that, but it's a really annoying way to play the game because the game doesn't have any actual rotational difficulties or things to min-max, right? You are forced to have use of macro to desync your weapons and heroic strike queuing, right? It's just boring way to play the game. So instead of like using these things to, you know, make the game more fun, just make the actual game more fun, right? Like make some more fun talents, abilities, whatever, right? That's, you know what I'm saying, bro? Should Thunderclap apply refresh render defaults? Yes. How much do you enjoy current profession system in Classic WoW? I don't really enjoy profession system, honestly, in any WoW. But at least on retail, I guess there is some, you know, they're like trying to make it fun, I guess. So really, I don't really enjoy, honestly, but that's not because it's bad. I just don't like professions. Rank the following professions by how much you enjoy them. Okay, probably mining number one, right? Probably mining. There's like something about mining a node that's kind of fun. And maybe because of this, maybe because of that, I'll like click on 2, right? Just because, you know, mining and herbalism. Obviously, herbalism is number 2. I guess skinning is number 3. Probably first aid number 4. I don't like cooking or fishing. I mean, fishing is still more fun than others, I guess. Fishing probably goes here. And I don't know, bro. Enchanting, I guess you can disenchant items. That's kind of fine. Alchemy, whatever, tailoring, all these are like are super irrelevant. I don't know. I leveled engineering many times. It's actually annoying too, like with all the probably leather working is easy as fuck, right? You just need like a bunch of leathers and click on it. Tailoring as well, we do like a bunch of cloths, right? So like, yeah, cooking probably after that, and then this is too complicated. I guess this into this. There you go, bro. Done. How useful do you believe the current profession system in Vanilla Classic is for the following? For leveling. How useful are professions for leveling in Vanilla WoW right now? I mean, they're useful, right? I mean, especially engineering, where you can get some fucking bombs and stuff, target dummies. They're useful, I guess. You can enchant your item, like whatever. Like, it's not like too needed, right? But like, I don't know, useful, I guess, 3. For raiding, they're definitely useful, but again, it's not super, right? Like, it's 4, I guess, right? Not even, honestly, 3 as well. Yeah, like sappers, I guess, for engineering. I mean, yeah, 4, I guess. And for PvP, I don't know, like, it doesn't feel, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. There's no option to, I don't know. How much do you agree with the following statement? Many of the ingredients required for crafting professions are too hard to find. For tailoring and leatherworking, not really. For maybe for like, yes, I guess cooking or whatever, I don't know. Strongly disagree. I agree. Okay, I agree. Some of them are like annoying, I guess. Agree. Should the gathering, nah, bro, don't not have feeling. There you go. Should gathering professions be changed to secondary? Should gathering professions be changed to secondary professions? Yeah, I guess. I agree. Actually, yes. Yeah, bro. Yes. Honestly, yes, bro. Because, but who the fuck plays the game on main character for gold making, right? So in a perfect world, you have to level up alt character just for mining and herbalism, which is cringe. So yes, they should be. Yes, they should be secondary professions because they're supposed to make you gold. Not, yeah, exactly, bro. Should professions give experience? No. I like it. Like, you don't need, like, if you see a node, right? You're still gonna get the node. Like let's say you walk down the road and you see a node. Like, you're not gonna go there and mine the node just because it gives experience. You're still gonna do it even if it doesn't, because it like feels good to mine a node, right? At least for me, I guess, right? And I don't know, for crafting items, do you get experience? I don't know, that's weird though, so no. Should professions be rebalanced to give more value to diverse profession choices? Engineering has less required. Yes. I don't think you're automatically I don't think you should automatically be forced into engineering if you want to do PvE. There should be like more choice, yes. Should Classic Plus and profession specialization be given to more professions? Okay, so this is like, yeah, like the sub professions for leatherworking and blacksmithing. I mean, sure, I guess, why not, bro? And not for this though. Actually, for first aid maybe as well, right? You can have like, nah, fuck that, bro. I don't know. No, leave the ones. Any new crafting professions as well? Sure, there you go. Like whatever, yeah, cool. Should gear crafted while you're leveling be more relevant and accessible? Only if BOP, right? If it's BOE, no, because then you can just buy it on auction house, so it doesn't matter. If you could craft yourself an item, that's kind of cool, right? Yes. So only if BOP though. Should profession quests require that you learn that profession to complete, or allow you to purchase the items from somebody with the profession instead? I don't know. Should you be able to gather profession to corresponding elements? Okay, should Black Lotus be more accessible? Bro, shut up. Like, what is this survey? Professions horrible. Let's go next. Races and factions survey. Okay, let's go here though. Which of the new races would you want to see in Classic Plus? I don't think Classic Plus should have any retail race. It should, again, this should be a completely new video game that we never played before. It shouldn't be a fucking fresh classic servers or whatever, some sort of retail ripoff. So no Blood Elves, no Goblins, no Panda, no Nightborn, no High Mountain. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, maybe this though. Maybe. Hey, what's up, bro? Right? So yes, no Vulpera, no Earthen, no Murlocs. Maybe yeah. We have Murlocs, Satyrs, Tuskars, Ethereals, Centaurs, Ogres, Furblogs, and that's it, right? Okay, there we go. So from the seven races that I clicked on, which would I like to see in Classic Plus? I don't want to see Ethereals yet, maybe in the future expansions. I don't want to see Murlocs are weird though, let's be honest, even though they are of course present in Classic WoW, just weird bro, right? A little Murloc, right? It's too much. Tuskar, again, not in the first release of the game, but sure. Satyrs, not too much relevancy in the lore at any point in World of Warcraft, right? For them to be like a fucking playable race. Furblogs are cool, but you know, again, you know, I'm gonna be called a furry if I say yes. I think Ogres. From the one here, I would say Ogres. If I have to choose from ones that, you know, never existed, I do Ogres. And if I had to add another one that does exist, right, from like retail, or like other future expansions, I would do maybe, I'll do like one of each, right? Vulpera. I mean, Vulpera, like, look, bro. Like, if you take the furry stuff out of the, like, if you just, like, forget about, like, furry doesn't exist. Like, you know, furries don't exist. Like, the concept of furryism doesn't exist, right? It doesn't exist. Vulpera is not a bad one, right? How do you feel about neutral races which you can choose a faction after starting zone, like pandas in MOP, I guess? Why not, right? Like, it's, like, you know, it doesn't like really do much. Sure, I like them, I guess. I like them. I don't really not like them, but I don't really like in the middle. Can I click in the middle? Let's try. I can't. Okay, so I like them. If neutral races are added, at what level should they be forced to choose a faction? Bro, shut the fuck up. Out of 10, how much do you like the current racial trait system in Classic WoW? It's not bad, by the way. It's not bad. Like, unironically, compared to retail, I like it. Maybe not more, but I even maybe like it more, though. I think it's not obviously perfect because, you know, some are, like, just way better than others. But I think it's pretty good. Like, I would say, like, 7, maybe 6, 7. Let's say 7. It's pretty good, I think. I actually like it a lot. I like it a lot. Some changes for sure, but, like, not much, though. How do you feel about rebalancing the racial abilities in Classic Plus? Yes, I just talked about that. Balance them for all races, but don't change the soul of the system. Yes, exactly. Keep, like, you know, keep the blood fury for orcs, right? But, like, kind of, like, give something else also. Yeah, sure. How would you feel about cross-faction play in Classic Plus? Ladies and gentlemen, this could be the most controversial question that I have encountered so far. Everybody hates Retail WoW because in Retail WoW you have Alliance and Horde working together to defeat evil, right? You can raid together as, like, right, the opposite faction. You can do dungeons together as opposite faction. You can even do arenas and PGs together as opposite faction. Now, if you think about story, that makes no sense. Like it doesn't make sense in Classic WoW. In Retail WoW, it does make a little bit of sense because in the past 6 expansions, we are fighting extraterrestrial evil that, like, you know, nobody can stop alone. You need to work together, right, to defeat Jailer and Dimensions, the Void Lord, and Sergeros, the big sword guy, who, right, like, these are serious opponents that you cannot defeat alone. So you kind of need to work together. So in a way, it does make sense. You know, there is not as much, you know, faction wars anymore in retail, so it kind of makes sense. But in Classic WoW, right, it doesn't like make sense. Even if they, you know, start from like a different timeline, it still wouldn't like make as much sense. So allow for dungeons and raids, sure. I would even argue this. I would actually argue this. I think open world there shouldn't be any faction mixing. In open world, we're all enemies. We fight on sight. I think for dungeons and raids for sure, and I even think for BGs and arenas, bro. Right? You're gonna find your, like, bro, let's say you have a friend, but he plays Alliance and you play Horde, and now you can all play together, right? That it just sucks balls, right? Even though it's okay against all the, right? But come on, bro, right? It sucks to be Alliance and not be able to find a group to actually do the whole heroic content. Yeah, it like also sucks like on certain servers, maybe, you know, there is more Alliance than Horde, right? I don't know, bro. I think this is fine, in my opinion. It doesn't matter much. And I think maybe here you allow some world PvP. How do you feel about current faction dynamic? Maintain the 2 faction dynamic. It's critical for the lore. Add a 3rd faction. It will keep the game fresh. Factions that are obsolete, get rid of them entirely. Damn, bro. I think for Classic Plus, again, I say this a lot, the lore should be different. It shouldn't be Ragnaros. It shouldn't be whatever, Illidan and Lich King, Arthas, right? It shouldn't be that. I think this game should start in the past, in the age of, you know, orcs versus human, night elves versus whatever, Furlblogs, right? It should start in the age of Gul'dan and Anduin, Lothar, and like all these like older characters, right? So I think unironically the game should start like in the different like time. And look at this, bro. I'm gonna click on it. Imagine this. Just imagine the absolute hype. Classic Plus comes out and there is no factions. There is no way you wouldn't be excited about that. Should gear and mounts be faction specific? Whatever. Should certain content like quests or dungeons be exclusive to particular factions and races? Yes, I mean, sure, why not? Should the regular auction house be cross-faction? Ooh, yes. Because you still have a cross-faction auction house, right? The neutral auction house, you just lose more money, right, by using it. It's like 15% cut that auction house takes. So I think, yes, it should be auction. It should be faction wide or cross-faction, whatever. I think it should be, yes. Why not? It's better. And now, finally, I'm done with this garbage. This was really boring. This is what everybody told me is the best. Systems. Systems are apparently by far the best one in this survey. We have economy reputations and more. Itemizations, mechanics, and PvP, bro. How do you feel about gold sinks in World of Warcraft? Gold sinks feel bad. Keep the cheap and easy. Keep things cheap and easy to get. Gold sinks are good. They keep the value of gold high and prevent inflation. That's basically right. Mounts and abilities and stuff like that that you need to get to play the game, right? Repair and stuff, right? I think it's too much gold, though. Like, bro, like I don't want to like click. Like I want to click on this personally, but I know a lot of people are gonna get offended. Like, oh no way, bro, you said that, bro. Like nobody wants to farm gold for like 3 weeks to be able to buy epic mount. It's 1,000 gold plus whatever you need, like 100 for like normal. It's like 1,100 gold to buy just mount, bro. Right? You know how much that is? It's literally questing for like 3 months, bro. It's just annoying. I understand this, right? Like I understand. Like gold is cool. Like economy is fun little system to have in a game. But in 2026, it's really annoying because you can just buy gold. If gold wasn't, you know, if you couldn't like trade stuff, right? If you couldn't trade gold, sure, right? Let's say gold wasn't tradable, sure. But it is like you can just buy gold. So like somebody who doesn't have money to buy gold is gonna suck for like 2 weeks to get a mount, and someone else is just gonna swipe the card. So I think, yeah, it should be cheaper. Everything cheaper, doesn't matter, right? Gold was fun in 2005. It's not fun in 2026. That's my answer. What kind of gold things would you be okay with in Classic Plus? Okay. Cosmetics, recolored mounts. No. More expensive fly pads. No. Guild perks. Maybe. Items that allow you to get role buffs. No. Unlocking additional fast travel up. No. Heirlooms. No. Temporary buffs that increase your crafting skill ability. No. Consumables, yes, though. I like consumables being a gold sink, right? I say these two. I like consumables, right? Should Classic Plus have tabards for certain reputation that allow you to get rep from any high-level dungeon, like in Wrath of the Lich King? No. That's like one of the reasons why Wrath of the Lich King, the rep sucks balls. You buy a tabard, you do like 5 dungeons, and you're exalted, right? It's kind of like weird. I say no, bro. Should Classic Plus allow you to level certain reputations beyond exalted as a prestige level like on Retail WoW, granting additional cosmetic items unique for that rep? There's nothing wrong, like there's nothing like wrong with adding extra things to do in the game, right? Like it's just, if I say yes, it's not bad, right? Like who cares if some guy goes there and kills, you know, another 500 Furbolgs to get, you know, one prestige level, right? It's his choice. It's also kind of like cool, you know, you get more people out there in the world, right? To like do stuff. Instead of like sitting here on Orgrimmar doing nothing, right? One guy is now killing Furbolgs for like prestige level. So maybe there's a chance he gets, I don't know, a fucking green shirt. I think yes, why not? But not tabard though. Not tabard, just like actually do like stuff, right? I think yes. How do you feel about certain reputations being linked and choosing one prevents you from gaining reputation from the other one? Okay, so like, yeah, exactly. Centaurs in Desolus. Cool. right? It's kind of cool for the lore, but honestly, bro, I will let people who care about rep and whatever these things decide. I'll click on no opinion. Would you want to see an account-bound item in Classic Plus that gave you double rep gains for the reputation once the character reaches exalted? No? Okay, I'll listen to the guy in chat. No. Should Classic Plus feature additional minor reputation with very difficult grinds that grant prestige items? Oh, like, okay. Like the mount in Winter Spring. Sure. I like them. I agree though. Like some degen shit, right? That takes a lot of time. Again, like the more there is to do in the game, right? The better, in my opinion. So like, why not? Like, why not if they add like another Stone Mountain rep? And then after killing, you know, 1,000 harpies in Stone Mountain, you get a tabard, right? So who, like, literally, who cares? Yes. I like them. Is that it? Oh, that was it. Okay, so now we go next. Itemization survey. I feel like this one is going to be the spiciest one. Maybe the mechanics though. Let's see though. Should some BIS items for PvE be solely available as a reward for PvP participation? Ooh, so should PvP items be BIS in PvE? I think no, because a lot of PvE players just don't want to do PvP, right? There's like more people who don't want to do PvP as PvE players than the ones who do, like the ones who play both, right? And you're just gonna force these guys to buy a boost. So it's just gonna be a lot of boosted characters, right? Playing PvP. It's just gonna flood the PvP with people who just wanna, get boosted for certain items. So no, I guess. Should classes get a strong buff when they wear a full set of gear in their highest equipable equipment type? Oh, so like full plate? I think yes. I think yes, because like, you get more loot, right? It's easier to get loot. And one of the biggest issues with Classic WoW is getting loot is really difficult, right? Because everybody, like, let's say there's a leather belt, right? Like, cool leather belt with attack power and crit. Hunters, shamans, warriors, rogues, druids. Honestly, bro, everybody, right? Like, everybody goes for it. Even Red Paladin, there goes 6. So literally every single fucking spec in the game will go for it. So, which sucks big balls, right? So I would say yes. I mean, that's the whole point of fucking having a armor type, right? Like, to kind of like, you know, spread them out evenly. That was the idea they had, like, for initial vanilla, right? They wanted warriors to be plate and fucking rogues to be leather. They didn't want warriors to be leather. And now we look at the best list for warriors, like whatever Molten Core, it's like all leather. Should progressive phases introduce gear that nearly always has higher base stat than gear previously available? No situational upgrades, e.g. magic penetration types, can replace traditional power creep. No things like cassette bonuses can be more unique. Keep all content relevant. At the same time, like, it does kind of suck balls to go back to Molten Core in fucking next phase, right? Like, you have to go back to Molten Core in phase 6 to get whatever, I don't know, like, let's say a belt, whatever, right? Like, Thunder Fury, there you go. You need to go back to get Thunder Fury in fucking phase 6. So that's kind of like, does suck balls. So, I think yes. Yes. Yeah, it should always be higher stats, but more gradual, right? Like, not like, you know, super much better, right? So you still kind of, you know, can go back and get, you know, second biz, I guess, from AQ, right? Katoon should give you, you know, second biz gloves instead of actual biz gloves. That's what makes Classic cool, though. I do agree, though, in a way. So I'm really stuck here. Honestly, I'm stuck. I do agree in a way that, like, all the raids are kind of relevant just because, you know, there's biz items and, like, you know. But, like, there's another problem with it. Like, there's another problem with this, though. So let's say, for example, I'm going to give you a really good example, actually. AQ, right? AQ. AQ has a really good trinket. It's called Badge of the Swarm Guard. Super good trinket, by the way. Everybody wants it. But because of that, right, that's the only item you want from AQ, I guess. It's always HR. It's always hard deserved. So it's so difficult to find AQ, right, 40, that doesn't have badge HR. Because the content from previous tier is going to be easier in the next tier. It's really easily puggable, which means, right, and the guilds are probably not gonna do, you know, like, no top guilds are gonna go back to fucking Molten Core so a random guy can get a fucking ring, right? They're not gonna do that. They have no time for that, right? They're gonna do Nax and maybe AQ. So you're gonna have to pug. But in like 90% of pugs, it's going to be either, yes, HR'd or like SR by like 50 people. So it's going to be really hard to get them anyways. I'll click here for now. I think they should be better, but like, HR is fun? Yeah, sure, bro. If you're the one HRing. Do you like that certain items can remain powerful for several phases? Yeah, like this, right? I like that. I like that, but I don't like them being absolute biz, right? They should be powerful, but not absolute biz though, right? Like, there should be some belt that's only, like, the only better belt you can find is like from the last boss in the fucking existing tier, right? So I do like that. that you can still, you know, get second base, I guess. Should legendaries in Classic Plus always be weapons? I don't think it matters much. It really doesn't really matter which item it is. But I do agree having fucking legendary ring like in, let's say, VOD or whatever, legendary cloak like in MOP, or yeah, legendary, you know, whatever, belt like in Shadowlands, right? It kind of looks shit, right? Like legendary weapon looks good, right? So I think just because it looks good, I think always weapons, yes. It doesn't, like object, like it doesn't matter, right? Like technically, right? It doesn't matter which fucking, right? If Thunder Fury proc was on your shoulders, it just doesn't matter, right? It's same shit, right? But yes, I do agree. It should be a weapon just because it kind of looks cool. Should legendary weapons and items remain best for the entire lifetime in Classic Plus? Yeah, I mean, like, look, like on retail, they're not, right? But I do agree they should, right? Exactly. They should only be replaced with the new legendaries down the line if they, you know, make some. Sure, why not? It's kind of cool, though, right? Like, it's kind of cool. You know, you finally got your legendary weapons. And the way you get legendary items in Classic WoW is, less frequent and harder than in retail, right? In retail, everybody gets legendary, like as soon as you log in. On Classic WoW, right, you have to get lucky or like put some time, I guess, like a tish. So I like that. Should every class get access to legendary weapon and item? Down the road, yes, of course. Not on the release, though. So like this depends what you mean. Like on the release, of course not. Not everybody should have fucking legendary. But you know, future tiers, expansions, whatever. Yes, down the road, of course, everybody should have a legendary item, of course. Should the weapon skill? Oh. Should weapon skill remain in the game? Damn, bro. Should weapon skill remain in the game? In a way, it's kind of fun. Like, in a way, there's something about, you know, leveling your weapon skill that just makes the game more fucking... Like, it makes it fun to be logged in. So I think, yes, they should remain. What stats, if any, should be added to gear in Classic Plus? Armor pen, haste, magic pen, mastery, expertise, resilience. Can I click more than one? Okay, I can. Resilience for sure. Without any doubt, without any thinking, without any like resilience, 100%. There is no even. It just makes, you know, PvP players actually, you know. I think just resilience. I think just resilience, bro. Keep it simple, right? Like maybe expertise, honestly. Like again, maybe expertise, unironically, bro. Right? Like so you don't get dodge and shit. Should resistance remain a stat on items? Honestly, this whole resistance thing in Classic WoW, I really don't like. I don't like the fact that, you know, fire elementals are immune to fire damage, right? And the fact that, you know, people can resist your spells in PvP and in PvE. Like sometimes you cast a fucking frostbolt and you get resisted. Like I don't know where there's, you know, there's just a chance. So I really don't like that. Should resistance remain a stat? No. But this is obviously for players, not for just for, yeah. I love resisting Frost Nova as a warrior. Yeah, of course, like I would like to, like, right? But I think it's not fun. Like for a mage, you know, he just pressed it and you resisted, like nice. So I think it should be removed, yes. Should gear score and item level be relevant stat for players in Classic Plus? Yes. I mean, it already is, right? It already is. Everybody always asks me, what's your gear score, bro? There you go, right? 770. Should healing power and spell power be combined into one stat? No, because that makes getting items harder again. Items should be a little bit easier to get in Classic WoW. That's probably like the biggest issue I have. Tonight in 30 minutes, I'm doing my fucking 7th Nax. I'm actually doing my 7th Nax in 40 minutes, guys. And I got one item. I have belt. After 7 runs, I have one fucking belt. Now imagine if they made all the spell power items for both healers and casters, right? I mean, come on, bro. This is just going to be even more loot drama. So no, they should be separate, I guess. Should the more diverse gear affixes be added? Oh, like the on green items, like, you know, strength and whatever. Sure, why not? I mean, literally, why not? Yes, it doesn't affect end game. It's just for leveling, I guess. And why not? I guess. Sure, why not? Yeah. Should attack power and ranged attack power be combined? No, keep it as it is. Like, I don't see any issue. Why not? Should crit and hit chance be changed to a rating instead of flat percentage? Whatever, bro. No. Should casters have a base stat, intellect, or something else that directly gives them spell power? Ooh. Oh. Yes. Why not? Right? Like, why not, bro? Intellect shouldn't only give you mana. It should give you spell power as well. Yes. 1 intellect, 2 spell power, like on warrior, right? 1 strength is 2 fucking attack power. I think that'd be cool, yes. And also would let, you know, make gearing while leveling more fun as well. Should Classic Plus have the ability to reforge? No. Reforging is really fucking annoying. No. Systems, we have now mechanics survey. What version of layers would you want to see in Classic Plus? Multiple identical layers, as many as necessary to prevent lag and stop the world from feeling too crowded. Layers only out in the world, no layers in larger cities. No layers at all. One simultaneous reality for all players. I am sure Peyo clicked on this. I am sure Peyo clicked on this with a little fucking giggle as well. Right? Like the thing he does. I'm sure he was smiling over this option. Probably told everybody in the chat to click on the, like he linked the fucking survey and told them to click here. I think layers are great. I think layers are super fun. No, maybe not fun, but like in a way they are actually fun. I think they're super needed, by the way, right? Obviously, you're not gonna lag as much. And let's say there's a quest, you don't have to wait fucking 20 minutes to do one fucking quest on level 14, right? Or like whatever, even gathering professions, right? So I would say this maybe in the big cities, it would be cool to not have layers. It might be a little bit laggy, but at least there is no quests, there is no nodes or herbalism or stuff to collect. Maybe it's gonna be laggy, but it's kind of cool to see fucking hundreds of people in Orgrimmar jumping around. I think that's cool. So I'm gonna vote for this. Fuck it, bro. But yeah, it's either this or this. How would you feel if spell batching was in Classic Plus? I'd remove it entirely. It's just dumb. It's just stupid. Like it's just dumb. Like spell batching is the dumbest thing ever. I understand why they added it. I get it, right? But like it's just like get it out, bro. Like just get out spell batching. Nobody likes it. I don't like it, bro. How do you feel about the measures taken by Blizzard to prevent boosting within dungeons? What measures, though? Wait, what measures do they do, bro? I like them. They prevent gold from being farmed. I don't know which measures they talk about. How would you feel if mobs scale with your level in open? Damn, bro! Like on retail, wow. How would you feel if mobs scaled with your level in open world? I think no. Like, don't get me wrong. It is cool, but it's way more uncool than it's cool. Like in more cases, it's dumb than it's cool, right? In some cases, it's kind of fun, let's be honest. But like in most cases, I think it's dumb, so no. I think no level scaling. How do you feel about, I don't know here, but I have no opinion. How do you feel about, yeah, I don't have any opinion on like boosting in dungeons, right? I'm not really, like what, they made mage boost kind of illegal? I don't really care, sure. Keep it true in the original game, sure. Oh no, not this. Yeah, exactly, sure, there you go. Prevent, I don't want boosters, there you go. How do you feel about various currencies in World of Warcraft? There are too many, keep currencies limited. Currencies are important for horizontal progression, use them when you need to. Sure, I mean, okay, I mean, everybody agrees, right? Why not? What version of consumables would you want to see in Classic Plus? Flasks, elixirs, food, and more. All of it usable at the same time and should be for parsing. Flasks, elixirs, food, and more, but make them more accessible and cheaper. Okay, so far this. Either a flask or a Guardian Battle Elixir, not both. Remove consumables entirely, they're annoying. This. I think a flask, a potion, and food buff. The way it's on retail, I think it's perfect. Should Classic Plus increase the view distance of enemy nameplates? Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes. Should weapon skill remain a mechanic in Classic Plus? I already answered this. I think yes. It's kind of like, it's a really dumb mechanic, but in a way, if we change everything, it becomes retail WoW, and it doesn't really take like too long to get your weapon skill up anyways. And it's kind of fun to get a weapon skill as well, right? It's kind of fun, like, getting a weapon skill when you swing your big sword. So why not, bro? And now, guys, the final one. PvP survey. Should there be a war mode in Classic Plus? I'm honestly going to take a little fucking break here and I want to see what you guys respond to this. You will answer. Should there be war mode in Classic Plus? The stage is yours. You answer. I will fucking watch. I'm gonna watch. I'm watching. Like I'm just watching, bro. Alright? Okay, like this is, you decide. I will not give my, I will give my opinion, but you decide though. Alright, let's see the moment of truth. People have spoken. Should there be war mode on the Classic Plus? Yes or no? And the answer is K6. What the? I think not, but let's see the options. No war mode, make the choice on server select. Okay, PP or PV. War mode is fine, but don't give the increased XP like in retail. War mode would be great addition to Classic Plus. I think no war mode. Keep it as it is. The only people who get affected by, world PvP grief are streamers. Of course, you can get grieved by a non-streamer as well, but the chances are, like, it's really, like, low. And even if you do get griefed, you can just fucking go to another zone and fucking quest there. There is zero chance they're gonna find you unless they're like a mega fucking degenerates with like 2 accounts, one alliance, one horde, and they log opposite faction to see where you are by typing your name, you know, /who gay man, right? And then they fucking see you there and they go, right, like find you. But that's like, when does that happen? Never, right? So for streamers, of course, sometimes war mode would be fucking awesome. I would like to have war mode at some points, but I think for obviously for overall, no war mode. If you don't like World PP, go to fucking Thunderstrike, little bro. How would you rate the original PP ranking honor system in Classic WoW? Horrendous. Genuinely the dumbest thing I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, I played this game for 21 years, guys. You have to understand this. I don't think you understand this. I am a person that played everything. I played every single season in PvP, every single expansion. I played everything. Bro, everything. The way you get rank 14 gear in Classic WoW is literally the most retarded thing ever. You are completely fucking disconnected from actual PvP, right? You cannot go to bed like original, right? Rank 14, not in anniversary though, right? Whoever plays more, whoever is unemployed, or whoever has, you know, a brother or whatever, a friend to lock his account when he's sleeping, will get rank 14 title. It's not related to skill. It's not related to anything else. It's just whoever can fucking grief more and abuse more and, you know, play more. Horrible. How would you change the original honor system? Same system, just remove the DK. Remove the weekly rank system. Honor goes up, rank goes up. Yes, if anything, right? Throw the entire system out. Yes, there you go. Yes, exactly. Throw the entire system out. Go back to drawing board. Yes. There should be some sort of rating should matter when, you know, when you want to get rank 14 gear, not just how much you play. Like, the skill should also matter. A high warlord shouldn't be, you know, a random guy who's horrible, just plays a lot. How would you feel if rank was uncapped, where upon hitting max rank you could continue prestige levels? Oh, like, nah, then it's just like, then you have like no goal, right? Like, you just go forever, and I don't know. Yeah, you know, you have no goal. I mean, you could have prestige levels, honestly, but like not, you know, rank 14 is max. You know, you're not gonna get like a new title. You can maybe get like a little fucking star, like in like the PvP tab, you get like a little star for being like extra degenerate. So I guess I would say no, but like, you know, there's not many choices I have to choose from. It sounds cool, but like, yes, not the way they described it. Would you want arena? Yes, of course, bro. Of course, bro. Arena should be in Classic Plus and rated BGs even as well. If yes, which arena sizes would you want to see? Check all that apply. Honestly, 5s is kind of mid, so I don't really like 5s. I'll go 2s and 3s. I think 5s is like too much. In Classic WoW, kind of makes sense, right? Like, but in retail, it's like too fucking visual, right? 5s. But even in Classic, I think it's a bit too much, and it's pretty unbalanced as well. It's pretty hard to balance, you know, a 10-man arena. So I would say 2s and 3s, bro. I would like also 1-on-1, but I guess there's no option for a 1-on-1. How would you feel? The follow-up question, all it takes sometimes to fucking read, bro. How would you feel about 1-on-1 ranked arena? I would like that, yes. Yes, and let me bet gold on the... What? Gambling. Ooh, sports betting, but in World of Warcraft? Damn, bro. Betting? I like to bet, don't get me wrong, right? I usually bet on like dog racing and horse races, but betting on fucking duels in WoW could be definitely abused, right? It could be, no? Fixed? Yeah, it could be fixed though, so I guess yes. But no gambling though, because it could be fixed, guys, you understand? Should you be able to Makgora? Yo, chat, you know what time it is now? Chat, can you predict what I'm gonna do right now? PPC in the lair? La Makgora. On actual servers, Makgora. I mean, look, bro, nobody's forcing you to do it, right? Nobody, like if you accept, like literally, why not? Yes, yeah, like literally, you don't have to do it. Like, you just like, if you don't want to do it, don't do it, bro. Yes, I like it. I like Makgora on a live server, like an actual server as well. Why not, bro? Pretty cool, right? Yeah. Which of the following would you want to see in PvP on PvP gear, if any? Pick as many as you would like to see. PvP stats, resilience, yes, I think we should need some PvP stats, yes. PvP set bonuses, sure, yes. Stat, item level, normalization, no idea what that means. PvP gear, item level scaling, nah, I see with scaling garbage. Disabling or tuning certain overpowered PvE weapons, nah, it's kind of okay to like kind of, yeah. Nah, maybe. I like these two, maybe this. So you would not like to see PvE items, PvE trinkets in PvP? I mean, I guess, okay, disable them, okay. Sure. PvP should have like PvP trinkets, I guess. Should dishonorable kills exist? No. The most dumb thing ever. Accidentally killing a farmer in fucking Elven Forest and now all of a sudden you're a fucking loser? No. Everybody dies. It's PvP, bro. How important is it to you that Blizzard adds new battlegrounds in Classic Plus? Very important, yes. But not important to the point that I won't play the game if they don't. So like 8. Right? Super important. More new stuff. Should more world PvP objectives be added? Yes. Open world content is non-existent on level 60, especially for PvP. I know we have fucking towers in whatever Eastern Plaguelands, but who the fuck even does them? I can't even see them anymore on the map, I guess. Right? More cooler PvP objectives, sure, on the... Yeah, exactly like this. Yes. Exactly. Yes, after only making the ones that already exist, more fun. Yes, sure. Yes, first fix the ones that exist and then add more. Rate the following world PvP objectives. Okay. Battle for Ashenvale. I didn't play SOD. Didn't play SOD. Didn't play SOD. Didn't play SOD. Watchtower Control EPL. Useless. Literally no reason to do it. Silitude Sand. Useless. No reason to do it. World Boss tagging wars in various zones in Vanilla WoW. Boring. Just to try to get a fucking tag on a World Boss. It's too many people lagging. It's easily griefable, tauntable, right? Like, it's just annoying. It's not world PvP, bro. Just because there's, 200 versus 200. Killing faction leaders in Vanilla WoW. Okay, can be fun, I guess. There you go, 2. How should the following combat mechanics function in PvP? Crowd control. I think it's fine. I think crowd control is fine, though. Right? Maybe I'm missing certain things because I don't really play a lot of Classic WoW. But as it is right now, right, Warlock cannot fear me more than 3 times. And, Rogue cannot stun me more than 2 times as well, right? So I think I like it the way it is right now. Fear pathing. Rework, definitely. Fear pathing can be a little bit annoying. Sometimes, you fear a guy and he's, like, standing next to you, right? Like, the whole point is run away, bro. Like, you're feared, right? Like, run. Like, but I sometimes fear the guy and he's, like, standing there. What's up, bro? Like, are you really feared then? So, a rework for sure. Heartbeat resist. What's a heartbeat resist? Anybody knows? Oh, this is crowd control. Oh, yeah, I'm retarded. Okay, sorry. I thought like DR. Oh, no. DR, keep it as it is. Sorry, I'm retarded, guys. I thought this is DR. No, this is DR, yes. Oh, yeah, crowd control rework. Of course, bro, right? Like, of course. I don't want to be sad for 1 hour. Yeah, of course, bro. Crowd control is horrendous. Yeah, like fucking completely rework, bro. Right? Nobody likes being sheep for 1 minute, actually. Or like blind for like 20 minutes. Oh, this CC is breaking sooner. Remove. The CC shouldn't break. Yes. Okay, so I get it now. Yes. Fear pathing should be reworked. Diminishing returns are good. Keep it as it is. CCs randomly breaking mid fucking duration. Remove, but reduce their duration, right? And that's why we go rework. Perfect. I like this. Should resurrection timers be changed when you die repeatedly in PvP in the open world? No. Keep it as it is. No, just, it's fine. Don't die, loser. Should rated BGs be added? Yes, please. Unironically, Classic WoW has a really good potential for rated BGs. And a lot of people treat it as a rated BGs as well, right? Like if you look at all the pre-mates right now. But unfortunately, right now, you have, pre-mates versus pre-mates, right? There you go. Do you see 3 pre-mates? The problem is, right now, this pre-made will fucking go into AB and absolutely demolish the other group because the other group is not a pre-made, right? It's just not fun. But if you add rated, bro, right? It's gonna be pre-made versus pre-made. You win, you get rating. Why not? Should solo shuffle be added to Classic Plus? Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me, you Classic enthusiasts. Don't be afraid of the word solo shuffle. Solo shuffle is a retail mechanic where you can solo queue arenas. It's the best thing they added to PvP in literally ever. Like, tell me one thing that's better than solo shuffle in history of World of Warcraft PvP. Just one.
Why do your
Tell me
balls
one.
smell so good?
One, and I'll listen. Go. Other than actual arenas, right? Obviously, like actual, like since TBC again. Then exactly. There's nothing better than solo shuffle in literally history of any PvP change. Solo queue arenas done in a literal perfect way. Yes. Should war games be added? Why not? Why not? You want to play with friends, you want to fucking, like test stuff out. Why not, bro? It doesn't like affect anything. Why not? It also allows for like fun little tournaments as well, right? Maybe Big P can make a fucking tournament in Classic Plus. What do you know? I proved that I'm the best fucking warrior ever. Should players be allowed to toggle off experience for PvP purposes like twinking? Why not, bro? Being fucking big level 19 twink rogue? Why not? It's another way to play the game. Bro, yes, man. It doesn't affect the gameplay. Yes, of course, you're gonna smurf on the others, but the other ones who are playing fucking BGs on level 16 and they're not smurfs, it doesn't matter. They can just like go and level fucking cat, right? It doesn't affect them. So it's going to be a bunch of things just having fun. So why not, bro? Should kills in PvP give experience? Oh. Imagine you go down fucking crossroads and you have 99.9% to fucking level 17. And there's a fucking warlock, alliance warlock comes in and fucking attacks you. You kill him and you dink. Wow. Yes, bro. Cool. Yes. Yes, of course. Another fun way to level your character as well. Maybe you CBA doing fucking Veiling Cavern for fucking 52nd time. You queue up for AB. And if you win, you get like experience. Why not, bro, right? I think it's fun. Should the PvP trinket cooldown be reduced from 5 minutes? Of course. It should go down to 2, honestly. It should go down to like 2, at least 3. I think it should be reduced, yes. 5 minutes is too much. It's like borderline, not even worth using it. Like if you think about it, right? It's just like kind of not worth in a way. So yes. Should battlegrounds along with potential arena or other new PvP content be released weeks or months after launch or right at the jump? Come on, survey guys. Right at the fucking beginning, of course, bro. Why should we wait for fucking battlegrounds to open like in vanilla WoW? Ladies and gentlemen, this was long. This was tough. A lot of controversial opinions. A lot of disagreement. A lot more agreement, though. I like to see that you guys are kind of seeing the picture that I have in my head, right? We kind of agree on most of these things. I'm happy with that, right? I'm happy that I'm not the only guy who wants Classic Plus to do well. Again, in order for Classic Plus to break all the records and literally become the most played version of World of Warcraft, it cannot be another fucking SOD or another fresh vanilla WoW servers. It needs change. It needs a lot of change, but it needs to you need to have the the classic soul. The soul needs to be classic, and then you fucking wrap it around in like new stuff. So this is my opinion on Classic Plus. Again, hopefully this happens. I think it might get announced at BlizzCon this year, and we are probably gonna see it late 2027 if I had to, put my money on any sort of prediction. Amen. Let's go Classic Plus. Make WoW great again.